Hi, welcome to Learning Blindness. Um, this hopefully will be a platform for low vision and especially people diagnosed with Usher syndrome. I was diagnosed with Usher 2A a couple of years ago, and it has been a very challenging time. It has brought significant changes not only to my life but to my family's life. Knowing nothing about this before being diagnosed, it's been a lot of learning and a lot of searching for answers for the appropriate support system, adapted devices. I don't know everything, but I know what I've been through and am going through. So I could offer my story, good and bad, and what I have found to be helpful and what I have found to not be helpful. I am on disability now, and that was a nightmare. That was a 1.5 year nightmare. I have come to find out that, at least in South Carolina, Usher syndrome is not understood. Low vision is really not understood, but especially Usher syndrome. And it was quite a challenging period to go through. Some of the goals I would like to see before I can't be as active in the community as I am today. I would love to see Usher syndrome awareness, especially with physicians, carers, and Social Security. Social Security may be different in other parts of the United States, but I know in our area they need quite a bit of training. Usher syndrome is listed on the compassionate list for disability, and there's also different work credit requirements that are different for vision than any other disease. Those two items were not known with our Social Security offices here. So I would like to see that happen. I would like to see more protection for people that have a sudden disability. Right now, there are so many ways that people can skirt the disability rights, and I would love to see some of those loopholes closed, or some things added to the laws to give us more protection. Disabilities like Usher syndrome, especially 2A, and this is not across the spectrum for 2A, it's what the 2A that I have experienced, starts later in life. You have already started a family, you are on a career path, maybe, or maybe not, you may be at home, but your life is already established, at least in my case, at my late 40s. So when I became disabled, it was totally unexpected, out of the blue, and it can ruin you financially if depending on the situation you're in. It can affect the family dynamics, especially with your children, and if you've lost the ability to drive like I have, it puts a strain on what you can provide for your children as far as them taking them places, doing things. You have to find a ride, or you have to have an Uber or some other mode of transportation, because you can't just get up and get them anywhere. So your children have to adjust. Everything that you plan on doing or would like to do has to be planned ahead of time. So you can't just say, oh, I'm going to go here and just go. If you have to find transportation, is the area safe for you, depending on where you are in your disease process? Are you white cane trained yet? Is the lighting good? Is it a safe environment? Are the floors crooked or uneven? So many things go into your daily life. A restaurant, is it dark? Because if it's dark and you don't really know the restaurant, getting to the restrooms can be very difficult. And finding your way back from the restroom to your seat can be difficult. So those are just some of the things I'd like to touch on. There's much, much, much more. It's just, I could write a book for the last couple of years. But know that Usher syndrome, there's no cure. There is treatment for the macular edema. I cannot take that treatment. It dries my eyes out so bad that then I get corneal damage from the dry eye. So I am not on treatment. There are some studies, of course, going on, and the ones now are targeting genes that I don't have. So there's Usher 1 and 2, and then within there's subcategories, depending on which gene you carry and how that gene will determine what Usher you get and how that Usher presents itself. Some babies, especially with Usher 1, can be born blind and deaf. And then in my case, Usher 2A is later in life. So it does affect your vision and your hearing. So right now I have about 20/80 and 20/60 corrected with my bifocals. My hearing is is going in this ear, my left. The right is still okay. I hope that I do not lose all of my sight. Right now I have tunnel vision, and I have what's called scintillating scotoma, which is like a disco ball going around. So you can see through a tunnel, and then around I just see a disco ball all the time. So I have no peripheral vision. I cannot see at night. I have no light, night vision at all. Nothing. I cannot tell depth perception. So there's challenges. And when I was diagnosed, I didn't have a resource like this, or I didn't see one. I'm sure they're out there. But to actually be able to discuss with someone just the tiniest things, just things like some apps that you can put on your phone that help, how to help see dark on dark or light on light. So if your kitchen cabinets are black or dark and you have dark things on those cabinets, you will not, at least in my case, you cannot see the difference. So you're constantly searching for whatever item. So we've turned into liking very bright things that we work with, such as the phone cover is bright. The iPad cover is bright. so that it's easier to see. But I plan on making videos, journaling. I'd love to have your input, any questions that you have. I don't know all the answers, but I can find the answers, or I can find the people that know the answers. When I was going through my disability process, I looked from Washington all around the country to find the support and to find the information that Social Security needed, because they didn't know what to do, or they couldn't find the statutes. So I had a lot of people from all around the United States that I could call and contact and get all the information together to help my process. I know that sounds incredible, that Social Security disability did not know about the specifics for low vision, and I hope that that can change, and I would love to work on that. There is a congressman that helped me, and there is the opportunity to liaison in Washington on Usher disease and some of the things that we really need in South Carolina, especially. But it would be nice to see countrywide, but I know what we need here specifically, and I would love to see some of those things change. So I hope you guys have a good day. Please reach out, comment, subscribe, and let's have a community that we can build. We can be non-judgmental, we can be supportive, we can have a good dialogue. I would really love to see that happen, because every day, you know, people that are experiencing low vision, and if they don't have anybody that has been through it yet, they are floundering out there without that support system. So hopefully this will help. Keep it clean on here. Let's be cordial and nice, and if you don't have anything nice to say, so let's not do that. Alright, well, you guys have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.